Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be going over the best and worst games in the games event on Roblox. And boy oh boy, there's a lot of bad games in this event, and there's a surprisingly little amount of actually good games, so I recommend watching this video just to see the games that you should definitely check out, and the ones that you should just definitely stay clear of. And I've made videos like this for both the Hunt and the Classic events, and for this one, I'm going to be doing the top and bottom 4 games, since last time I did the top and bottom 3, and for the Hunt I did the top and bottom 5, so 4 is probably a good number. And by best and worst games, I mean the games that I found the most and least enjoyable, so not necessarily the easiest or the fastest games, just to get that clarification out of the way. Anyways, that's enough talking, let's get right into the best games. Okay guys, so the first game in my top 4 is actually Fishing Simulator. And I was not expecting Fishing Simulator to have such a good quest, but I really enjoyed it and I thought that some of the stuff in this quest was very good. Basically, in order to do the quest, you just go up to this Mayor Eliza here, you talk to them, and I've already done the quest obviously, but basically how you do it is you come over, the first thing she tells you to do is this little fishing simulator game. And in this game, all you have to do is cast your line over and over again in order to win the game. It's pretty straightforward and pretty fun. And from there, you have to go out into the ocean to catch some big fish with a spear, this spear right here. And all in all, it's a pretty fun little quest. And then finally, you just do a nice little jet ski race. The race is a bit long though, which is why this game is in the last spot of my top 4, but it's still pretty enjoyable. And then for each of the shards in this game, you just have to go sail around to different islands. It does take quite a while if you only have the starter boat, but with a speedboat, it's not that bad. So yeah, Fishing Simulator is definitely one of the better games in this event, and I recommend checking it out. Okay guys, next up we have Michael Zombies, and this is also a game that I've really never heard of before this event, but after playing it, this game is actually pretty fun. So the quest for this game is pretty straightforward. You basically have 3 things you need to do. The first one is come over to the beach here and play a little shooting game where you have to shoot some skeets out of the sky. All of the quests are listed right here on a board for you in case you were wondering. The next quest over here, you have to sink a pirate ship, which is pretty fun. It took me a few tries to figure out the mechanics, but it wasn't that bad. But my favorite event in this game is this little baseball minigame. And in this minigame, basically you just have to shoot the balls that the guy throws into the targets here. And just overall, this game has a nice aesthetic to it. It's pretty pleasing to play, and the crystals slash shine slash shards, whatever you want to call them, they're hidden in some pretty easy locations to go get. This is a 13 plus game, however, which means that your account needs to be 13 plus years of age in order to play it, which could be a downside for some of you guys. Now this next game was also pretty surprising to me, as I have never played it or heard of it before, but it's an untitled boxing game. And the game itself is pretty simple, however the quest has a lot of actually interesting lore behind it, and all in all, it's a pretty fun and challenging quest. I had some issues beating it based on the difficulty, but I was able to do it eventually with some help, yeah. But don't let the difficulty shy you away. This game is very good. It has a very nice quest with a lot of lore, and there's really nothing I need to explain. This guy right here will go over everything for you. And the shards you can find basically scattered around the map, and they're pretty easy to get. It tells you how to get them, I think, in the badges of the game, or right here actually. Here we go. So yeah, all in all, pretty surprising game to me. Didn't think it would be that interesting, but they pulled off a really nice quest, and I really enjoyed it. And it should be no surprise that Arsenal is of course one of the best games in this event, just like it has been in both of the others. Arsenal always somehow pulls off really great quests, and I just really love how much ambition they put into each quest. They really put their all into these little quests, and it's just really enjoyable. And I'm not going to spoil you guys with the whole quest, however, it is really exciting and pretty fun to play while also providing a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. Arsenal is just the GOAT at making these events. And those are my top picks for the event. However, this video does include the best and the worst, and there's a lot of bad in this event, but I'm going to go over the 4 games that I think are the worst and the ones that you should definitely stay clear of. Fusion Football 2, my favorite game. If you don't recall from the Hunt, which was another event that this game was in, this game was also in my bottom 5 in the whole event, and it's no surprise, therefore, that it's in the bottom 4 of this event. This game just really sucks in general. I mean, no hate towards the developers, but it's clear that there's not too much effort put into the game. And the quest is very basic. It's literally just complete a few things in the game. They didn't add any content just for the event. It's basically just the exact same quest as the hunt, and all you do is have to catch the ball, have to gain yards, etc. However, unless you are in a VIP server or you have a lot of friends, this is going to be a very, very difficult quest for you to complete. And considering based on how low quality the game is, it's just not a game that you're gonna have fun in. I just really recommend staying away from it. Okay guys, next up we have Horse Racing Simulator, and oh my, this game is gonna take you forever to complete. See, in order to complete the actual quest in this game, you're gonna need a really high leveled horse, and the only way to do that is to actually play the game for hours. This quest will take you hours if you have not played this game before. It's actually just so annoying how long this one takes, and I'm not even done it myself, so I am not looking forward to spending even more time on this stupid game. It's literally just another simulator where you do nothing and wait around, and that's pretty much it. And next up we have Murderers vs. Sheriffs Duels, and this one is very difficult if you are a solo player, so difficult to the point that I'd even argue that it might not be possible. See, for the quest in this one, what you have to do is you have to beat multiple matches in a row without losing, and then get multiple kills per round, required kills, so you need a certain amount of kills per round, or else it just doesn't count. I completed this quest by just having my friend and I have 2 alt accounts play against us, that way we can just farm kill them, but unless you have access to a friend or alt, you're not really going to be able to do this one. Additionally, the quest for this one adds literally nothing to the game. It's just another series of checklists that you must do, and it's just really disappointing. And the final game is going to be Volleyball 4.2. Man, I did not have a fun time with this game. First of all, this game is just really poor quality. I mean, the controls and the UI is just super basic. It's clear to me at least that there's not too much effort going on in terms of making this game polished. And the actual quest in this game is literally just a checklist of things that you have to do, which is surprisingly hard if you're a new player like me and don't know how to play volleyball in this game. And in addition to that, in order to get all of the shines in this game, it's super complicated. You have to keep switching maps and take down an alien ship. It's just really annoying because there's no information about how you're meant to get the shines, and they just appear in super random places around the map. And for one of them, you even need to do an obby, and how are you gonna obby when you jump like this, bro? What? So yeah, stay clear of this game, please. And there you go, there's my top 4 and bottom 4 games for this event. If you don't agree with me, or if you think that other games are worthy of the best or worst spots, make sure to leave your opinions down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you with my own thoughts. But anyways, I hope this guide was helpful in any capacity, and this is going to be it for me, so goodbye.